Okay guys, we have one more pattern for the week. Go down to pattern focus to find today's pattern. Come on. Today's pattern is Cloudfall by Lily Moon. We're going to start with sort of an S, a back and forth wavy S type shape, a lazy S. Nice and, I wouldn't make it too skinny, I don't think. And then we're going to make these spirals going on either side, back and forth, make a spiral. And then 3. Number 3, on this side of the spiral, we're going to come down, kind of out of there and into there. This step out's missing something here. This is out of here and into there, out of here and into there. It's missing one there. I don't know. I guess sometimes you don't have to do that. Although it seems like that would be... No, that step out's a little off. Okay, so when you start studying a step out, to actually do it when you're learning it, because you don't know, you've never done it before, you start to study the step out. If I followed this, something would be wrong in here and in here, because when you get over here, they're completely filled. So that step out is not quite right. So we're going to go here to there, here to there, here to there. So from the top of the spiral down into the top of the next spiral like that. And then going this way as well. Okay. And then we're going to put this little, I'm going to fill that with like stripes like that. And then we can fill in this negative space with black so that it looks like that. That's supposed to be what it looks like. And there it is with, I like this, with the S shape gets bigger and then smaller. I like that. And I think that's what I'm going to do on my tile. So let's turn my, oops, wrong way. Turn my light back on so I can see what I'm doing. And don't know if I'm going to use a border. I might not. No, I don't think I'm going to use a border. I'm just going to start. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll use a pencil to give me an idea of bigs and smalls. Okay. I'm going to do like that. And then spiral. I start here, come around and do a spiral like that. And then come over here and do a spiral like that. And just kind of back and forth. I'm going to do some spirals. Okay, so far so good, right? Okay, so then from the top of this spiral to the top of that spiral, we're going to come out and around like that, and we're just going to keep going. Like that. And then coming the other way, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come from the top of this spiral to the top of that spiral. And then, where do these things go? These little... I'm tempted to do it this way, but that's not where they go. They go in here. Let me look at that closer. Zoom that way in, folks. Let me look at the sample. They actually kind of come from in here. Like this. So it kind of comes like that. Kind of like that. Okay, I'm going to zoom in so you can see that better. Because this needs to end up looking like that you actually see that spiral like that. So it's not on this side, it's on this side. So it comes about here. And it comes out. Like that. See, so you actually see that whole spiral. If you came up here, this would disappear. You need that whole spiral all the way out to there. So it starts about here. Out there. Like that. I think I want this more, so I'll just add more to it like that. There we go. I like this. You like this so far? I like this. Okay, and then here. And then this one. Like that. And then this one up here. And that one. Okay, and then we fill in the negative space on this side, this back side. I like in the sample that she's left some like dots not filled in. So I think I'm going to draw those now so that I go around them. Either that or I'll put in dots when I'm finished back on. And maybe that'll be easier. Okay. I'm going to zoom out. Oh, wrong way. I'm going to fill in with my brush pen because that is just so much easier to fill in large dark areas with the brush pen. So even though you guys are going to see this, this is the last day of the week, you're just going to see this on Sunday. I'm recording it on Wednesday. And it hasn't been that long since the Las Vegas shootings. They still weigh very heavily on my mind. And I'm thinking, I see a lot of Facebook posts that have to do with so many people who at this moment in time are missing. You know, by the time you are watching this, they will probably have been found, but at the moment they're missing. And their relatives or family members or friends are posting things like, so-and-so is missing, here's their picture. They didn't have their ID, and I don't understand that. Why wouldn't you have your ID with you? But then I started thinking, you know, there have been times when I don't have my ID with me. And I'm beginning to think that that is a really bad idea, because you never know when some tragedy might strike and a first responder needs to know who you are. Because at first my gut reaction was, well, I never do that. I never go without my ID. But I'm wrong. You know, if I go take a walk in the neighborhood, all I take is my house key. I don't take my wallet. I'm just going for a walk around the block, right? Sometimes my husband and I will both be going to the grocery store, and I know he's driving. I know that he has his wallet to pay for the groceries. And I think, geez, I don't need to carry my purse or my wallet with me, do I? And so I don't. So we go together to the grocery store, and I'm not carrying anything. But I was thinking, well, what would happen if we were into some sort of horrific car accident right there near the house, you know? Could happen. And then there's a possibility that I would need my ID. So I'm beginning to rethink that particular thing, that you really need to have it on you. Even if you don't have your actual ID, like my husband, when he rides his bicycle, he's just made a photocopy of his driver's license. He's laminated it and he puts it in his bike bag. So in case there's an accident or something, he will have his ID on him. Because with that information, the police could always contact me or the house anyway. Yeah, there would be a way to find out who he belongs with. So I think, I'm beginning to think that might be a good idea. I'm almost always carrying my phone. You know, it's weird that we've gotten to the point where we carry our phone, but we don't carry our wallet. But we kind of, there are a lot of people who are like that. You know, I'm cashiering, and there are a lot of days where people come all the way up to the register, they get all their stuff rung up, and we don't take Apple Pay or any of the other phone-based payment systems at our store. And that's all they brought in with them was their phone. They have everything else is out in the car. So it's not unusual for people to just carry their phones. Even when I go on my walk, I do take my phone with me. Might not take my wallet or my ID, but I take my phone. So I'm thinking maybe I need to do that like my husband does and just make a copy of my driver's license and carry it with me in my, you know, tuck it down inside my phone case. That might be a good idea. I'm thinking I want dots. I'm going to get that started. I want white dots. Like that. Oh, those are pretty. Probably should have done that after I did my shading though, because now those are going to be really wet puddles. They're going to take a while to dry. Darn it. That was not the best idea. Maybe I want to draw something around the edge. I almost don't feel like it, but maybe a little sand swirls. You know, sand swirl would work really good with this tangle because of this business here. So I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't put a little bit of sand swirl just coming out here. Yeah, I'm thinking that looks good. Just trying really hard not to touch those white dots till they're dry. Okay. I want one in here. Just a little one. Okay, what do I think? I think that's good. Okay, so now I can do a little, what was this called? Let's draw. This was called Cloudfall. Which way is this going to live? That way? That way. Do a little shading. Oops. All right. I'm going to do some shading around the shape here. And then I need to be done. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, I need to be done so my son can go to school. He's being very sweet and staying up in his room while I record. Good gracious. Everybody wants a piece of me today. That happens sometimes, doesn't it? Okay, what else do I want to do? I want to do right in here in these little swoops. Okay, I feel like this is overlapping here, so I'm going to go ahead and put some right there. Like that. That's good. And you know what? Normally I would shade more of the sand swirl, but I want that sand swirl to be like really not the focal point of this tile. So I think I'm not going to shade it. I'm only going to shade the main tangle, and that way it really stands out. I like this. This was fun, and it wasn't difficult, and it was something that I could remember. Those are all good signs of a good Zentangle pattern. When they're not hard, they're ones that you can remember, that you can adapt to various shapes and sizes. You absolutely could make this more symmetrical and do it more like the step out, but you can also vary it and make it very flowy and do your own thing with it. So this is a really good versatile pattern, and I like it a lot. Hope you guys have had a good week. This is the last day of the week. We will see you next week, and hopefully all is well with you. You guys go out and have a really great day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.